educator, anonymous survivor, and former international sportswoman who has proudly represented India in both cricket and hockey. Miss Harpreet Randhawa's life is truly an inspiration. Sat Shri Akal dosto, welcome to second episode of our podcast where we explore inspiring stories and impactful journeys. Harpreet ji, thank you for joining us today. So to start with, Ma'am, I would like to ask ki you have an incredible journey as an educator, anonymous survivor, and former international sportswoman. तो ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਡਾਈਵਰਸ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਐਂਸਸ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਾਈਫ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਤੇ ਅਪਰੋਚ ਟੂ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸ਼ੇਪ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ and thank you Jitendra for inviting me to your second podcast.
Our pleasure, ma'am.
ਤੁਹਾਡਾ question ਬਹੁਤ relevant ਹੈਗਾ because my journey has been truly kind of a motivation, I would say, for many who meet me and for myself as well. ਹੁੰਦਾ ਇਹ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ although you say you're an educator, you're a sportswoman, you are an aneurysm survivor, ਸਾਰਾ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ to your faith, that is ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ. We come with some destiny written, but then ਸਾਡੇ ਹੱਥ 'ਚ ਹੁੰਦਾ how we shape it up. But having said that, my experiences as an educator, as a survivor, as a sportswoman, as an army officer's wife, and a hands-on mother, and now mother-in-law as well, all this has shaped my leadership style in a very different manner in all roles that I've played. I've learned to embrace challenges as opportunities, first of all. ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਚੈਲੰਜ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੀ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਹੁਣ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਆ ਗਈ ਹੈ. In every challenge that you have, there's an opportunity. So if you see the opportunity side of it, then you have way forward, and you always want to do something, and then your life becomes meaningful. The second thing I would say here is that it has helped me to be humble. This is what Sikhi has taught me, and also to stay grounded. ਪੈਰ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਤੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੱਥ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਲੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ, and the approach even in your education and when you're teaching children, until unless you have walked that journey, you cannot talk about that journey. Until unless ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਪਲ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ. ਤੇ you really have to do your hands dirty into the mud when you're teaching children, when you're teaching teachers, and when you're there, with your elders as well. It is always nice that being humble, you listen to people's stories as well. You have to be a very good listener to be a very good leader. And that's what I have learned. And these life lessons remind me that a true leadership lies in inspiring others to grow with you, even in the face of adversities. And that is what I can say that as a true infantry officer's wife, I have experienced it. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. We are really proud of you actually seeing your leadership styles. You have guided a PCC also. You are leading our Mumbai chapter. So we can really see your these diverse the experiences you had in your life inculcating those things in your leadership approach. So yes. So I have another question to ask that you are academic face of Apple Education at Radius. ਸੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ AR ਤੇ AI ਜਿਵੇਂ ਵਰਗੇ ਐਡਵਾਂਸ ਟੂਲਸ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਲਾਸਰੂਮਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਟਰੋਡਿਊਸ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਸੋ ਹਾਊ ਡੂ ਯੂ ਥਿੰਕ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀਜ਼ ਨੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਆਪਣੇ ਟ੍ਰੈਡੀਸ਼ਨਲ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਮਾਡਲਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਟਰਾਂਸਫਾਰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ
See, from black and board we have moved to mobile phones, pencils, or using on our iPads. ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ I think the device is a comfort for them. But in my present role, I see that AI and AR, augmented reality and artificial intelligence, they are here to stay with us. ਇਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿਣੇ ਨੇ.
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਇਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਨੇ.
That is our future. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ. So ਕਹਿਣਾ ਕਿ ਬਈ ਇਹ ਡਿਵਾਈਸ ਬੱਚੇ ਦੇ ਹੱਥੋਂ ਲੈ ਲਓ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਹਟ ਜਾਏਗਾ, ਉਹ ਹਟੇਗਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਉਹਦੀ ਐਂਜ਼ਾਈਟੀ, ਉਹਦੀ ਐਕਸਾਈਟਮੈਂਟ ਹੋਰ ਵਧੇਗੀ, and he may not be in the right direction. So what at Apple, with Apple Education at Radius, what I'm trying to do is to create an immersive and personalized learning experiences, both for teachers and for students to learn, because that is the tomorrow. You know, uh,
Yes.
we need to upskill ourselves as teachers. ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਆਂਗਣਵਾੜੀ ਦੀ ਟੀਚਰ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ, ਜਾਂ ਉਹ ਸਟੇਟ ਬੋਰਡ ਦੀ ਟੀਚਰ ਹੈ, ਜਾਂ ਉਹ ਸੀਬੀਐਸਈ ਸਕੂਲ ਨੂੰ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੜ੍ਹਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਜਾਂ ਉਹ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੇ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, they all have to be upgraded from one level to another, because our children are upgraded at the time when they are born, because
Yes,
mothers are
they are
using
Gen Z.
technology, while they are conceived the children, they are already on the mobile phone, so it's going into the system.
Hmm.
But
True.
but what we see as a professional educator of technology, yes, the shift of focus from rote has to change to critical thinking and to problem solving, because now the problems are increasing. We need more problem solvers than problem creators, because we already created enough of problem for ourselves. And as an educator, and now upgraded myself also with technology, I see as an advocate of merging these two gaps together within the learning and the teaching pedagogies, right? The most important thing is that these technologies hold immense potential. uh,
Hmm.
ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨੂੰ we are not comfortable na, we say let us not look at them, or we take it away from the others also
Hmm.
who are trying to do better with
हाँ
it.
जी, हाँ जी.
But if you ask me personally, my objective of engaging with schools, with higher education, both teachers and students, is to bring in inclusive education where we have everybody at the same platform trying to do their best as problem solvers than problem creators. Bringing in more sustainable thought processes with the critical thinking, which can be now embedded into the education system. And that is what NEP
Good.
2020 also says that. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. This is our future. We cannot actually take away these things from our kids, or in fact us also. In fact, ਆਪਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਵੀ ਲੈ ਲਈਏ, we are doing this thing. To see, you are seated at one place, I'm seated at another place. We are doing this thing. It's just because of technology. You're very
Yes.
right. So, ma'am, apart from being an educator, you have, मतलब ਤੁਹਾਡੀ Inspire for Life Foundation ਵੀ ਹੈ. So
In,
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਅੰਡਰ ਪ੍ਰਿਵਿਲੇਜਡ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਤੇ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਲਈ ਸਿਗਨੀਫੀਕੈਂਟ ਇੰਪੈਕਟ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕੀਤਾ, ਸੋ ਕੁਡ ਯੂ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਸਮ ਸਕਸੈਸ ਸਟੋਰੀਜ਼, ਆਈ ਮੀਨ what exactly drives us passion for this social change?
uh, Jatinder, all this happened. We Inspire for Life Foundation. This thought and the seed was sown during the COVID time.
Okay.
But the foundation was not formed. I was working in isolation trying to help children, people, uh, with whatever best networking that I had. When they were a lot that बहुत कुछ हो रहा था, people were losing
हाँ
lives,
जी,
and
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल.
I came across somebody again sitting in Delhi doing the same thing
Mm-hmm.
in her isolation and trying to help people. You can't imagine, over a period of time when both of us got together with our efforts virtually connected, we
Mm-hmm.
collected, we got a group of students from one of the renowned schools in Delhi. Rayan de bacche aa gaye kyunki principal happened to be my classmate. So the word
Okay.
spread that there is somebody who is working with volunteers. So उन्होंने
Mm-hmm.
अपने 10वीं ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ 9ਵੀਂ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ enroll कराते as a volunteers, remote, all on Zoom
Okay.
like this. ਤੁਸੀਂ imagine नहीं करोगे कि across India, including children and teachers from Punjab, from Ludhiana, from cities like Karnal, from cities like Indore, ਮੁੰਬਈ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਆਊਟਸਕਰਟਸ ਆ, not proper ਮੁੰਬਈ, ਆਊਟਸਕਰਟਸ of ਵਸਾਈ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਦੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਕਾਲਜਸ ਦੇ
Okay.
ਬੱਚੇ,
Okay.
BPO the youngsters who were working for American companies. So actually, you know what happened? ਸਾਡਾ 40 ਦਾ group ਬਣ ਗਿਆ. Even if you go
Oh,
on to our Winspire Facebook or Instagram, you could see we became so big in the sense with the volunteer lot ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ motivate ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ stories tell ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ, I used to organize 1 hour of happy hours on Saturday. ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਬੜੇ prominent speakers ਨੂੰ, renowned people, I used to
fancy, fancy.
invite ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ stories ਅਸੀਂ used to showcase them. I used to
Mm-hmm.
call guests virtually. Everything was virtual. So in
COVID.
2021, yeah, we saved a lot of lives. We have so much of stories to tell. It is all there on the Facebook, on our page, LinkedIn, wherever that you can look out for. But you won't imagine, ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ, I was told that why don't you start something like this where students can do their volunteership? And that's where we found out कि we asked for donation. ਅਸੀਂ ਨਾ teachers ਕੋਲੋਂ time ਦੀ donation ਮੰਗੀ. No money. Please
That's
donate
nice.
us. Please donate us your 40 minutes, 3 days in a week. And ਤੁਸੀਂ imagine ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰੋਗੇ, they were ਬਹੁਤ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਕਰਿਕੂਲਮ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਔਰ ਇਹ ਬੱਚੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਲੇਡੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ,
Fancy.
ਸਫਾਈ ਵਗੈਰਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ
House
ਬੱਚੇ,
helps. Fancy.
ਆਟੋ ਡਰਾਈਵਰਸ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ
Oh,
ਹੁਣ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੈਥਸ ਦੀ ਕਲਾਸਿਸ, ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਦੀ ਕਲਾਸਿਸ, ਲਾਈਫ ਸਕਿੱਲਸ ਦੀ ਕਲਾਸਿਸ ਤੇ ਸਾਇੰਸ ਦੀ ਕਲਾਸਿਸ, ਸਾਡਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਟੇਬਲ ਬਣਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ. ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਵਾਲਾ ਕੰਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ from a very small thing. Then we formalized this foundation. Now we are trying to reach out to uh, teachers in Anganwadis, but
hmm.
we're still to raise some funds, but that's okay. Our intention is good. So we will,
Intentions are pure. बिल्कुल.
absolutely.
वो तो ही
Yes,
clear हो गया when you didn't ask for the money but you asked for कि सानू अपना
time,
time दे दो.
time they
That's
do.
that's
So
that's
there were
where
teachers
intentions are reflected.
So teacher said to morning I'll be teaching my school students ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਕਰਨਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ time ਦੇ ਦਿਓ. We will work it out for you. So we ask for donation of time because that is very precious. Everybody's time is very precious.
Exactly,
पैसे तो कोई
exactly.
भी दे देगा, time
दे
कोई
दे.
नहीं दे.
In today's
तो
world time देना ही औखा है.
वही
बिल्कुल.
सब. So working with underprivileged students and teachers actually was very fulfilling for me because I started
Hmm.
my career as a teacher in a very small town in Bathinda. So I
Okay.
understand that, what it takes to be on ground with these children. And, there is one story that really stands out. ये तो मैंने आपको एक ही बताई है. But then, a young girl from a rural background who, with guidance and resources, not only excelled academically, you would not believe, but then, now she is so much an integral part of us.
Okay.
कि मतलब, anything you ask and she's there. And she's doing so
That's
wonderfully
nice.
that, there is a kind of a social change ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ mindset ਦਾ change ਲਿਆਣਾ ਤੇ you know uh, take people along with you. That is the most
बिल्कुल.
important.
This is exactly what true leadership and a true leader is कि सब ਨੂੰ ਨਾਲ लेके चलना है ਆਪਾਂ. It's not like
If
ਆਪਾਂ gain ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਛੱਡਤਾ. Nice. That's really
uh,
nice.
it's all a story about perseverance, resilience. How much
बिल्कुल.
sustainability ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸਾ ਮੰਗੀ ਜਾਓ ਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਬਹਾਈ ਜਾਓ. ਉਹ ਹੈ
Hmm.
ਕਿ even if you don't have anything, so can you sustain yourself? Yes, there is
Exactly. ਉਹ ਵੀ
God.
ਕੋਵਿਡ ਵਾਲੇ ਟਾਈਮ 'ਚ when the world was ਮਤਲਬ dying ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਆ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਆ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਆ so doing taking this initiative in that time is really appreciable ਤੇ
And
ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ray of hope ਦੇਣੀ
ਹੁਣ more than hope, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਸੀਗੇ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੋਲੰਟੀਅਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੀਗੇ,
they are
ਉਹ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਕਾਲਜ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਬੱਚੇ, ਬਟ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕੈਨ ਵੀ ਡੂ ਵੋਲੰਟੀਅਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਵਿਦ ਯੂ.
that's
So
really nice
they've
hey
given,
this is the win for your foundation
yeah, so giving, what our Sikhi also says that, do seva.
hmm
Seva is a very important integral part of a Punjabi culture. that we have engraved into all students, whether Punjabi or non-Punjabi, we don't know. We would not want to go by names or surnames.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
student is universal. And that's
Exactly.
what we have taught them in a way, in a very discreet manner, that what is seva, and they can do it anywhere, wherever.
बिल्कुल 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 मैम बिल्कुल.
Yeah.
So you also have 25 years of experience मतलब dual post grad degree. So ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਨਾ motivated ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਹੋ? मतलब what do you think कि lifelong learning is critical for leaders? मतलब why do
Yes.
you think this कि lifelong learning is because you have dual post grad?
Yeah. More than that, I'm pursuing my PhD as well, for which I'm like
Oh,
pushing myself very hard. I have to do it.
appreciable.
I have to do it. But having said that, Jitendra, see, the term lifelong learning has been, somewhere missing out on the fact that this is our only life first, and we are living it for the first time.
बिल्कुल.
You getting my point? कि मैं तो पहली
हाँ
वारी
जी.
मैं ਇੱਕੋ ਵਾਰੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਹੀ 50 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ 50 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਤੇ
Hmm.
for me being 50 is the first time and I will make mistakes.
बिल्कुल.
I will be learning. So as a lifelong learner, I only mean by saying that yes, at every point, even though I'm growing in age, doesn't mean that I know it all.
Hmm.
I don't know. I will be, like I said, now I'm a proud mother-in-law also. So as a mother-in-law, I'm learning my, things, what to do, what to not to do, what to say, what not to say, how to behave in front of a son-in-law. These are all, stuff. But then,
You're getting into new phases and you're learning. Nice.
absolutely. So each one of you, Jitendra, if you see your part of life, it's everyday learning that's happening with you.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
Your
मैम.
kid may be liking the apple pudding one day,
She's
but
just
she
21
can
months old, मैम अभी.
yeah, so she may be just cooking another food, then very
बिल्कुल
next day, you know.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल मैम
So
बिल्कुल.
yeah, so rightly said that yeah, I've spent more than 25 years, like more than 28, 30 years now. But then uh my dual post-graduation and whatever that I'm pursuing only reflects of my belief that the leaders must evolve to lead effectively. And that can only happen if you learn from your mistakes or from your experiences or from what you've done good and what better can be done, what not went well,
Hmm.
how that can be improved. And of course, lifelong learning, it will ਉਹ ਸਿਰਫ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਸ ਵੱਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ where you will learn to be adaptable, where you will be curious to know ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਉਹ ਮਨਸ਼ਾ ਰਹੇਗੀ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕੁਝ ਸਿੱਖਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਅੱਗੇ and
Hmm.
drive to inspire others. You know,
Hmm.
how can I be an inspiration? Because with my kind of a problem of aneurysm, the doctors treat me as a miracle. But then behind that, I have a lot of stories which my family is trying to figure out, and they keep telling me maybe a persevered seva that I used to do at the Gurdwara without anything in my mind. I don't know how.
ने थोड़ी हेल्प की थी
Years
बिल्कुल.
together without a naga. That morning 7:30, I was there doing Gurdwara seva till 8:30. I would leave for my office. It was like my I don't know what I was doing for the Guru. First. Second thing is there is a story, and we were doing a little research about it. I would like to bring out that in this podcast. Not many people would believe. Actually, in the house where I was staying, my kitchen window would open to the back road where we had
हम्म.
wires, you could see electrical wires निकल
हाँ
आते ना
जी.
पोल के ऊपर से.
हाँ जी.
तो
हाँ जी.
एक शाम को मैं खाना बना रही थी तो मेरी नजर गई बाहर की वायर के ऊपर. आप बिलीव नहीं करोगे, उस पे एक कौवा, ओके,
हम्म. हाँ जी.
ऊपर लटका हुआ. I left cooking my food and I thought, is this bird alive or is it dead? Why is how must have got entangled somewhere,
हम्म.
I kept watching it and I realized it is alive. I don't know what happened. I put myself there and I said, how can I save?
Hmm.
I thought about it. I couldn't figure out. I said, there is no building, there is no pole that somebody can get on. And Mumbai में तो वायर ऊपर से जा रही है. We don't know where the hell it's going to, who's going to go there. The
Hmm.
only thing that struck me was why not reach out to fire brigade, because that's the only vehicle that has a ladder.
Oh, okay.
फायर ब्रिगेड को हम तभी बुलाते हैं जब आग लगती है.
Hmm.
M-
But you reached
call-
out to that
I
case.
called up. Okay, now this is actually real. I called up and I said कि मेरे को हेल्प चाहिए, मैं इधर रहती हूँ और एक कौवा वायर पे अटक गया. सामने से मुझे जवाब मिला, मैडम कौवा. मैंने कहा लेकिन वो जिंदा है, इसको पुलिस नहीं बचा सकती, मैं चढ़ नहीं सकती, कोई और चढ़ नहीं सकता, फायर ब्रिगेड आपके पास वो है. कैन यू इमेजिन दे केम.
Oh, that's nice.
They understood. I was surprised. Somebody who was listening to me understood in India. I can, मैं कह सकती हूँ 911 may react. In India this happening. Okay. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੰਨੋਗੇ नहीं, फायर ब्रिगेड केम, उसको छुड़ाया, वो उड़ गया. They met me, they said हो गया आपका काम. मैंने कहा थैंक यू एंड आई गेव whatever best. Okay. Can you
Hmm.
imagine if you do today the research on ChatGPT, you Google it, you do your research. Crow has this instinct that if he sees a face, he doesn't forget for more than 17 years. और मेरे
Okay.
को आज भी बोलते हैं कि तूने वो कौवा बचाया था ना, तो क्या पता the
रब ने
problem
तो.
that has hit you, what has played, we don't know. You know, so what I'm trying to tell you here, Jitinder, is that as a leader, as an individual, you have to do small things in your capacity which may
Hmm.
not be visible to the world. Don't let it be. But for you, it should be big.
आफ्टर हेयरिंग दिस आई कैन आल्सो से कि मतलब ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਐਂਡ these little things especially this crow wala incident it actually would have helped you coming up through your sickness मतलब उस चीज ने ही मतलब that's why doctors call you
A
miracle.
miracle. You know
Yeah.
what? I survived. I uh, two deaths within a week with a pulse zero. I came back.
Ooh.
I'm driving. I teach. I work. मेरे को देख के किसी को लगता नहीं है that I'm a survivor. Do you think
Hmm.
so? I exercise.
Not at all.
Now nobody can make out.
Exactly.
No one. It's just for a purpose that I've been brought back, and I feel I have a purpose to be here, and I want to
Hmm.
just give. And that's what I'm doing. मेरा purpose है, ਮੈਨੂੰ ही नहीं पता. Oh, वाहिगुरु only
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
knows.
ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੱਥ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਬਚਾਇਆ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਕਰ ਸਕੋ.
मैं कर सका, जिन्ना भी मैं कर सकती. So,
ਬਿਲकुल ਸੋ
you
ਮੈਮ
know,
ਐਜ਼ ਯੂ ਸੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਮਤਲਬ obviously you exercise you play also so we know
yeah.
that ਕਿ as an international ਮਤਲਬ you are a formal international cricket and hockey player so how has your sports background influenced your perspective on teamwork discipline and education.
I am very self-disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
I've just given you a recent example कि मैं गुरुद्वारे जड़ी सेवा करती हूँ. That was 7:30 till 8:30. I'm not available for anybody. Just my time with my guru and my seva first. Second thing is I give 1 hour irrespective of what may come. Whether मेरे घर च डिनर हैगा है या मैनू बाहर जाना है, कुछ भी होए. My 1 hour is dedicated to that exercise time, which is between me and my instructor and whatever that 1 hour is. So
Mm-hmm.
self-discipline is what sports has taught me. And both my sports, मेरे दोनों sports ना team sports रहे ने.
Hmm.
ते किसी अगर 11 ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਚੋਂ ਮੰਨ ਲਓ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਪਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਜਾਂ ਟੀਮ ਹਾਰ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਯੂ ਆਰ ਆਲਸੋ ਪਾਰਟ ਆਫ that loss and you are part of that win, right?
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ.
But ਉਸ ਟੀਮ 'ਚ ਰਹਿ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਟੀਮ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਿਤਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ? how
Hmm.
you bring your strengths forward and cover up the weakness of your counterparts, if at all there happen to be.
Hmm.
That is what
Hmm.
sports has taught me, and I practice it in my work. I practice it in my organization. I practice it with my team that I work with. How to take on responsibility, because ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ responsibility ਲਓਗੇ ਨਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ownership ਅਗਰ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰ ਵੀ ਬਣ ਜਾਓਗੇ। ਅਗਰ
बिल्कुल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी सिखाती है लेना
ਅਗਰ
स्पोर्ट्स।
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ownership ਨਹੀਂ ਲਓਗੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣੋਗੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਕਾਊਂਟੇਬਲ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣੋਗੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੋਈ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ
हम्म।
ਤੇ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਤੇ they go all hand in hand. But yes, um, discipline, perseverance, resilience, ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ words ਨੇ ਨਾ ਇਹ classroom ਤੇ leadership styles ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ important ਨੇ। And I think if I'm there in the system for so long, I must मैं कुछ ठीक ही कਰਿਆ होएगा नहीं ਤੇ
बिल्कुल
I
मैम,
would
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल,
have
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਈ prestigious ਇਨਫੈਕਟ ਅਵਾਰਡਸ ਵੀ ਮਿਲੇ ਨੇ, ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਔਮਨ ਆਫ ਐਕਸੀਲੈਂਸ, ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਅਵਾਰਡਸ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਮੋਟੀਵੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਟੂ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਅ ਪੈਸ਼ਨ, ਤੇ ਪਰਸਨਲੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਮਤਲਬ ਕੀ ਮੀਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਅਵਾਰਡਸ?
they bring in energy, ਮੇਰੇ ਅੰਦਰ energy ਲਿਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ, but they keep me grounded also, because ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੋਕ हैं ਜੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਝ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। I
ਹਮ।
am not even a small part of it, but it keeps me motivated. Oh, I have reached here. I have another way to go. मैं और भी कुछ कर सकती हूँ। Oh, I have reached here. Why don't I do this to be part of another, a kind of recognition.
So
Recognition,
basically you achieve one
appreciation,
goal and you set next
and then
goal
you
for
go on
yourself.
to another one. It's like a summit, You keep doing your
Exactly.
little summits, and then you keep going higher and higher, but still be grounded.
Grounded,
Yeah.
bilkul ma'am. That we can see in your guiding principle as well. So, which is
Okay.
do the right thing, even when nobody is watching. So,
That's
how
very
do you
important.
envision the future of education in India, and what role do you see yourself playing in this, matlab, in making that vision a reality?
Say, as I look at it, the future of education in India is excellent. It is, and I envision the system where every student has the tools and opportunities and a right kind of support so that they are successful and they thrive in what they do. They should not, मतलब कोई भी बच्चा इस तरह नहीं होना चाहिए कि भाई मैं ਉਹਨੂੰ एक चीज नहीं मिली तो कुछ नहीं कर पाया। किसी ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਮਿਲੀ, ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਘੱਟ ਮਿਲੀ,
किसी
ਲੇਕਿਨ
ने कहा
ਮਿਲਣੀ
मिले।
ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ
बिल्कुल।
है। हाँ, अंडर प्रिविलेज भी हो गए। People
हम्म।
like us, we should reach out. And that
हम्म।
is what my life is all about. And my role is also to be a catalyst for this change. I want to be an advocate. I want to be a catalyst where I can bring right people need to the needy people, the right catalyst, the joining
बिल्कुल।
part. If I can do that, I would like to advocate for, equity, innovation, changing the mindset of people. I really want to do this. And I'm doing it in my small way. But then, yes, if more people join in, they support, you know, like Punjabi Chamber of Commerce is a great platform to be. And
Thank
that
you
is
so much.
what is helping me to stick on to it, because they're very good people who are willing. Um, and as you know, as Punjabis also, ਸਾਡੇ 'ਚ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੈ ਜਜ਼ਬਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, you know, how we look at these
हम्म।
things happen. My first interaction with Gary ji was on
ਆਪਣੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਆ, ਤਾਂ we should at least help other ਜਿੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ capacity, exactly what you are doing right now in your life.
one chako na. One chako
बिल्कुल।
is such an important thing. It's not about
बिल्कुल।
food, it's about knowledge. It's
बिल्कुल।
about small actions that I can teach you. It's about small things that I can share with you. So
हम्म।
I would want to do that. And those three principles of Guru Nanak is something that, that I live with. So
That's really inspiring hearing you out, ma'am. And honestly, ਇਹ ਜਰਨੀ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਰਸਨਲੀ ਖਾਇਆ ਹੈ ਐਂਡ ਵੀ ਰੀਲੀ ਵਿਸ਼ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਏਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹੋ ਆਪਣੀ ਲਾਈਫ 'ਚ ਐਂਡ ਵੀ wish you luck for all your future endeavors. So is there something you want to give any kind of message to our audience who's watching, just to winding up with the things?
Well, the message is very simple. Keep yourself healthy, keep sharing, live your life in a very disciplined manner so that people around you feel great to have a positive vibe. They feel energy and and they want to meet you, you know. They should be eager to see you and keep smiling always and do the right thing when nobody is watching. That's a message.
That's actually you should do. So the audience watching it, अगर ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ episode अच्छा लगा तो please share करो and do follow our podcast. And thank you Harpreet ma'am for joining us today. We will meet our audience next week again with an inspiring guest. Till then, Sat Shri Akal.
Thank you.